I Hi. Yeah, fucking welcome back to my channel. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Hi. 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 And welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelina, and today we're talking about doppelgangers. If you have noticed, I absolutely have a deep obsession with the paranormal. And right now, maybe always, I'm obsessed with intellectualizing the paranormal. And that's because I really deeply, truly want to understand the mechanisms that make up the world of the paranormal, how they can manipulate the physical surroundings of our world, even though we can't see them in their world, how they're able to step over and we get a glimpse of them in our world, from moving objects to shadows to sensations. I want to understand it, like we have an understanding of what physical laws govern our world, but we don't have a lot of information about how the physical laws of their world interact in our world and what governs their world and how we're able to see the cross pollination of those things. And as like an intellectual person, I'm frustrated about that. So I got on Reddit and I keep trying to have intellectual conversations about ghosts, and nobody really seems to be game. And I don't know how to meet I don't know how to meet someone that wants to have an intellectual conversation about ghosts with me, but we've all had TikTok before and been on paranormal TikTok, and they're talking about um mimics, and somebody replied to my post stating that the phrase mimic wasn't really brought about until TikTok came into view, and that it was the invention of TikTok that spread the term mimic and mimic encounters into the internet, basically insinuating that if TikTok had never existed, the entity mimic would never exist. Hmm, that's fine. That's fine. I accept that theory, but that's the theory of a skeptic. And that's also fine. I hope to never encounter the entity described as a mimic, and I also hope to never encounter the entity described as a doppelganger, because they both sound really scary. And I think that maybe because there isn't a lot of like, I guess, like worldwide information or consumable information, or like a fucking manual where you can consume information about these entities from other cultures and understand what they do and their motives are and how they can interact in our world, that maybe these people who have shared their stories of encountering mimics are actually describing their encounter with a doppelganger. And it's only that people who have an interest in the paranormal or have studied the paranormal may know the term doppelganger. So, if we go out on a limb and say that that's true, that would mean that more, there are way more encounters with doppelgangers than we would really like to admit. Um, all of the mimic stories then would be about a doppelganger, which honestly terrifies me because I have all the same questions that I had about the concept of a mimic. How does it decide it wants to show itself to you? How do you like become marked to be shown the doppelganger of your wife or your brother or your friend or yourself for that matter? What is the weakness or what is the strength that one possesses for this entity to decide it is time to reveal itself to you? Do you pick it up at the grocery store? Is it lingering on your driveway? Is it something that you get from a phone call? Is it transient? Is it an experience? Is it because you desire to have that even subconsciously? Like, what are the mechanisms? And then, if so, is a doppelganger, so I don't even know anything about doppelgangers. So these are all just theory that could probably be answered if I just fucking read the Wikipedia. But is it one entity that can decide to be anybody, or do you have your own personal doppelganger that looks like you and acts like you but isn't you, and can appear to you and your family at any point in time to disrupt and cause chaos, I guess. Like, the long and short of it is, what does any entity have the motivation to do? What is the goal? Is it chaos? Is it torment? Is it to feed on the torment that the chaos causes? Is it to create so much fear and disdain for your place that it can take on a house as a possession, that it can take on your feelings as a possession? Like, I want to understand and be in, like, have the actual knowledge of the motive of these things. And I want it so bad that I am listening to stories and I am reading Reddit threads and I am making this video, even though I'm still recovering from laryngitis and I just did a really long tarot reading where I spoke for an hour and a half and my throat fucking hurts because I can't stop thinking about the mechanisms that create a doppelganger. And I, through all of this, have been like, well, I'm lucky enough that I'll never have to encounter something like that. And then the other part of me is like, well, how can you be so sure? And how can you be so fucking, how can you be so fucking flippant about it to be like, you'll never have to encounter something like that? Um, but like, even as a medium, I have never had to encounter a lot of this stuff. And when I do encounter something, I know very quickly whether or not it's for me, and I just disengage from the situation entirely. And I can tell if a place that I'm going in is haunted in a bad way, and I just don't engage with it. And so my whole theory about this, me wanting to understand the theory, is really because I want to be able to arm the public with information that can guide, protect them, and give them the ability to take back their environment and create their own space and take it back from the disruption of these entities. And I think that doppelgangers are a big part of that, because if we believe all of the stories of mimics, then we would believe that pretty much at any time and at any place, this entity can present itself to you, whether you're at the grocery store parking lot or you're in your kitchen having dinner with your wife and you see your wife come around the corner even though she's sitting at the table with you. Like, these are the things, man. And it sounds like some crazy ass sci-fi ass movie, but like, it's real. And I want us to be in this place in society where we can be transparent even among the skepticism, so that it can be brought to light and we can like understand and problem solve it. And I wonder, as I go on my journey and I become a stronger medium and I learn how to execute myself in this realm more, that I will be able to curate such a thing. Like, I'm really excited to see what this obsession turns into me. It turns into for me career wise, because I really feel like this is crazy, but I really feel like I will have such tremendous power in this field. Like, I can't even wait. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited to um know how to help and what to do, and to like finally thoroughly understand the mechanisms that make up this crazy ghost world.